For HRAI, the 2017-2018 fiscal year marks its 50th year of service to Canada's HVACR industry. The public face of manufacturers, wholesalers, and contractors in Canada's HVACR industries, HRAI was founded in 1968 with the amalgamation of the National Warm Air Association and the Canadian Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Association. From its inception, HRAI has grown rapidly, continuously expanding its membership and its mandate. Today, in addition to its broad range of membership programs and services, HRAI's scope of work embraces public relations, government advocacy, input on legislation, codes and standards, environmental stewardship, training and education, communication, and outreach. Here's a look back at some of HRAI's accomplishments over the course of the 2017-2018 fiscal year, plus a look ahead. In 2017-2018, HRAI joined more than 70 organizations to form the Coalition for Small Business Tax Fairness, a unified voice to oppose federal government tax proposals that would dramatically change the way incorporated small businesses are taxed in Canada. The changes would impose strict new regulations on tax measures that allow small business owners to invest in their business, save for retirement, and support their families. HRAI pressed forward with its call for prompt payment legislation at the federal level via its membership in the National Trade Contractors Coalition of Canada. In cooperation with its Calgary chapter, HRAI also strengthened its support of the Alberta Trade Contractors Coalition in its push for prompt payment legislation in Alberta, while supporting, along with the HRAI Manitoba chapter, the Prompt Payment Manitoba group, which is pushing for similar legislation in that province. Probably the most outstanding work HRAI has done on the government relations front is its successful Day on the Hill, first introduced in 2017. This event brings HRAI volunteers and staff members to Ottawa to meet with political leaders, MPs, and public servants to raise awareness of the economic and social importance of the nation's HVACR industry, the challenges it faces, and HRAI's role as an industry leader. This event has proven to be a highly effective way to bring the industry's concerns to the attention of those who create national policy. HRAI's plans moving forward include bringing the Day on the Hill model of engagement to the provincial level. To start, this approach will be brought to the newly elected Government of Ontario. In this way, HRAI will ensure that a range of issues of concern, including revisions to apprenticeship ratios, regulatory overreach, and changes to the province's Employment Standards Act, along with recommended remedial actions, are brought to the attention of policymakers. In Atlantic Canada, meanwhile, HRAI has worked to maintain positive industry relations with regulated utilities by challenging utility programs that may interfere with well-functioning and competitive markets. Environmental sustainability continues to be a core priority of HRAI. Notable milestones for the year include a meeting with the BC Ministry of the Environment, where HRAI presented the industry's views on the province's recycling regulation 449. HRAI familiarized ministry officials with EPR regulations in other jurisdictions that exempt commercial or industrial HVACR equipment, and the ministry responded by agreeing to work with HRAI and other stewards, CIPH and AHRI, to find a mutually acceptable solution. In February 2017, Refrigerant Management Canada, which collects and disposes of used surplus refrigerants, applied a levy of 50 cents per kilogram on the sale of new and reclaimed HFCs and HFC blends. In July of 2017, this was raised to $1 per kilogram, resulting in an additional $2.6 million in revenue for the program. The Thermostat Recovery Program also made a huge step forward with the establishment of a formal relationship with Manitoba Hydro. The provincial utility promoted TRP with its own Fall-Winter PowerSmart rebate program, extending TRP's reach to a much larger customer base. This will greatly increase the number of thermostats recovered and keep even more mercury out of the waste stream. HRAI is constantly evaluating and improving its services and programs for members, and the past year was no exception. New members were added to the existing Peer Change Exchange program, PEP groups, and a new group was added. A PEP group consists of 6 to 12 non-competing contractor members who help each other to improve through business mentoring. HRAI also enhanced the promotion of its financial benchmark program, resulting in a 68% increase in program participation. This year, HRAI's Emerging Technologies Committee addressed the pending introduction of flammable refrigerants in Canada. Besides having obvious implications for installer safety, the new refrigerants may require changes in training, regulations, codes and standards, life cycle management, and public awareness. The committee formed a task team to study the issue and will deliver its recommendations to HRAI in early 2019. HRAI continues to adapt and improve its educational programs in response to industry needs. This year, more than $1.5 million in revenue was generated by HRAI's training programs, almost doubling what was budgeted for the year. Much of that success was thanks to the International Ground Source Heat Pump Association Geothermal Accredited Installer and Certified Residential Designer training programs, which were provided to 300 participants in Ontario. HRAI also launched an online platform to support the Ozone Layer Protection Awareness Program, or ODP-ODS, which it manages for Environment Canada and Provincial Environmental Ministries. The new platform enables course materials to be purchased online and lets HRAI's cross-Canada delivery partners enter exam results. The ODP-ODS course itself will be offered online by January 2019, with more HRAI training and education programs planned to move online in the future. HRAI also continued its outreach to building officials, offering training to ensure that building inspectors are as up to speed on building codes and standards as the HRAI contractor members whose work they inspect. 350 building officials received training from HRAI over the past year. A member survey conducted in the fall of 2017 found that member satisfaction with HRAI is about average for trade associations. Members consider HRAI's advocacy work its main value proposition, and they want to see more resources dedicated to it. Meanwhile, they feel communication and strategic focus must improve, and more energy must be spent on hearing member concerns. Their perceptions around performance and governance are mixed. Using the survey results as a starting point, HRAI leadership reviewed HRAI's 2016 to 2019 strategic plan and identified 5 strategic priorities. 1. Advocacy and the environment. To improve HRAI's position as the voice of the industry with a focus on solving environmental issues. 2. Membership. To build HRAI's value proposition, membership satisfaction, and national profile. 3. Culture and communication. To encourage a collaborative culture focused on developing people and communicating clearly to members. 4. Education and career development. To ensure HRAI continues to lead in education and to attract more people into HVACR careers. 5. Business fundamentals. To maintain HRAI's financial strength and to invest in growth opportunities. After 36 years with HRAI, Warren Healy stepped down as president in June of 2018. HRAI appointed Sandy McLeod as president. Sandy quickly brought himself up to speed on the HVACR industry, HRAI's culture, strengths, and priorities. He's also committed himself to maintaining HRAI's strength in enhancing the organization's responsiveness to industry and membership interests. In addition to working to achieve the 5 strategic priorities for the coming year, HRAI also launched a review of organizational structure. The review found that while HRAI is operationally sound, its strategic focus could be improved, and organizational objectives can be more closely aligned with strategic priorities. A new organizational design will help to achieve these goals and more. In August 2018, HRAI's staff structure was modified, and among other measures, 2 executive positions were modified. One to handle government and stakeholder relations in combination with HRAI's environmental efforts, and the other to focus on member engagement. Looking ahead, HRAI will be more visible to members. HRAI's leadership will be more active and visible across the country. Adding new members will become an even stronger priority, with membership satisfaction and engagement a primary focus. HRAI's advocacy efforts will be brought into closer alignment with member priorities. Communications will be improved, and education and training resources will be expanded with improvements to existing programs, new online features, and the introduction of new curriculum. For HRAI, it's been a year and a half century of challenges and accomplishments. Progress has been achieved on multiple fronts: public relations, government advocacy, member services and programs, including training and education, and internally in terms of optimizing culture, leadership and organization, and infrastructure. The next 50 years promise to be as interesting and challenging as the last 50. Armed with new leadership and with a refreshed mandate, a fine-tuned organization, and a renewed focus on strategic goals, HRAI is positioned to serve and promote Canada's HVACR industry more effectively than ever in the coming year and well into the future.